There's only so much a man can tolerate.
I can't believe you would actually sit there and say something like that to my face. You don't even have the slightest idea of what I'm capable of doing. And just because me and Nicole haven't been best friends as of lately doesn't mean you get to talk about her that way.
Are you done?
Caught Up is an independent 4-episode web series written and directed by J.T.Louis and produced by A Necessary Film. With lots of hard work and no budget for the entire project, stay with us and get a closer look with interviews of a few members from the cast and crew to discuss the process of making and being part of this web series.
Now, for your first big project, you wrote it, obviously.
Yeah.
You're acting in it.
Yeah.
You're directing it.
Yeah.
Did you find that balance difficult?
That shit is hard as fuck. Let me tell you that. It's so much work. I mean, I guess I'm proud of myself because I actually accomplished something that, it was a thought, but actually writing something down and like getting a cast together and then like also acting it and shooting it at times and doing audio at times. It was a lot. I had my hands on a lot, but I'm proud of myself. I got it done, I won't do it again, I can see myself like being either in front of the camera or behind the camera because too much going on. And sometimes like I'm in the scene acting, I want to, also want to know what's going on, how it looks behind the camera. So, but it was cool. It was a cool experience. This whole process was a good experience, a learning process too. So it was dope, but I won't do it again.
So Diona, how's it working with JT?
Well, me and JT go way back, so it was kind of natural, like to be working with him.
Thank you. That's what's up. I was worried about your answer, though.
You were worried about my answer. Why?
A little worried about
He was passionate about his work. I know that I was the last one to come on. I think as one of the 4 main couples, so I was the last actor to be cast, and this has been a project that he's been working on for like years, and throughout the filming of it, I've heard some stories that happened through past shoots and stuff, and so he's ambitious because he's still doing the project, or he still was working on it. He didn't let like whatever actors who quit or technical difficulties get in the way of what he was doing. He just continued to do it, so he's like resilient in his work, and yeah, he's a great director. What I like about working with him is that he's very open to criticism and learning and growing. Like his ego isn't wrapped all in it where you can't say, hey, I have this input, like what do you think? He's not gonna be like, what? He'll be like, okay, that's cool, thank you for sharing that, and then he'll, either take it or leave it. But I think that's such a unique quality in directors because it's all about their vision and what they want to do. So it's really cool when you get a director you can actually work with and give your input to.
It's a party all the time. It's always a party.
And if Candace there, it might be a late party.
That's that.
No, but Tyrone is fun. He's genuine, and you can tell that he's very serious about making this project, and not only this project, but other projects he's worked on and his film company successful. So it's admirable to work with someone who wants to persevere and is serious overall about what his goals are. But he's very laid back and very, very fun, very enthusiastic.
Yo, I agree. She wasn't done.
No, I was done. I was gonna say something else, but I can't say
I describe our relationship. So, Ty, I call him Ty. Y'all might know him as J.T.Louis. Ty is a very ambitious, go-getter, go with the flow. He's like Sonic the Hedgehog. He wants to go, let's do this. Me, I'm very laid back. I'm super duper calculated. I'm very, let's slow down. Let's do this, let's do that. So when it's balanced, it works great. But when it's not balanced, if I'm moving too slow, I'm holding Ty back. And if Ty's moving too fast, I feel like, you know, I gotta rein him in. So that's how the relationship works. When it's balanced, it works great. When it's not balanced, you know, that's when we bump heads. We get into a lot of, I call them debates. We don't really argue like that. But the good thing about it is whenever we have disputes, it comes from a place of passion because we both care about the process. We both care about what we're doing. We both want to get it done.
Jerry is great. I like the energy he brings, but sometimes he's really anal about everything, almost as if it's like a commandment. Like you really have to follow the script to a T, and he'll almost be like, he'll almost make you do it over if you didn't say exactly what the line was. And then you have Tyrone who would say, oh, leave it up for your own interpretation. Just go with it. Say whatever you want. And then Jerry's like, no, but you were supposed to capture the essence of this, and the reason why she's saying it is because blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, but he told me I could do it my way. But he's cool. He kept order on set when we were all acting like children. He's like that. Jerry's great.
I'm not gonna say Jerry's like that, but Jerry is a necessary part of the process. You see what I did there? You see that noise? It was so easy.
I love the crew's like the family. Like honestly, Jerry, Malcolm, who kind of who's in the piece too, were like, it was fun. Honestly, I enjoyed being with them offset a lot because I feel like I got to see what the guys talk about. Like I always, when I'm with them, I'm like, okay, what kind of male gossip am I gonna get now? And I just like, you know, observing what, and they're just fun, and they make everything all lively and cool. And when the director is acting crazy, oh my goodness, he had his moments. No, he was great. But when he did have his moments, it was nice. Like Jerry would be really calming and kind of the one that's the mediator between everything. And Malcolm was always fun because he's just loud and blunt and says what he wants. And I got to work with Dennis a little bit. He's quiet but focused, and that was really cool too. It's a great.
The most memorable thing on set.
It was so many, man.
I was gonna say, there's so many. I guess the laughs that we had outside of being on set.
So, but we had a tan that fell asleep on like the first day of shooting. We had
it was too rough. She couldn't take it.
Yeah.
We were filming the first time we ever filmed anything, and we had a bunch of actors that somehow they didn't really make it to the end. It was just me and Malcolm that are still here hanging on. But there was one of the actors, and I hope she doesn't see this. Shout out to you. But she didn't know any of her lines, and two, she was falling asleep on camera, on film, and we have that footage. So I think y'all should show some of that as a blooper, right?
Yeah, that's like the exclusive, fans.
But that was one of the most hilarious days ever. And then in that same day, I think that was Tyrone's birthday, and we didn't have any candles for his cake, so we put like incense in it. and we lit the incense on the cake.
I don't remember that.
There was so many things that happened that were just similar to that.
There's a lot of memorable moments. Like I said, there's a lot of funny things that happen. It's funny seeing somebody come from, so everybody has a job, everybody's working, and it's funny seeing people enter into the space that we're gonna shoot, and the energy that they bring in. Sometimes they're down, sometimes they're happy, and it's just funny seeing the characters interact, the people interact before they start acting, and then how they get into that mode, and how quickly do they get into the acting mode, and how slow some others are to warm up. And
it was a bedroom scene where Latrell and I are like in the bed, and he's trying to like get all close and chummy, and I'm like, nah. And I get out. It's really short, and it's like not that intense, like nothing. But what I loved about it was there was this moment when I, do multiple takes, and there's one take where I flipped off the other actors, and he was so shocked. And it was like one of those moments I live for as an actor, where you're really in the moment and you respond. You're not like, okay, we did it a million times the same way. It's like, oh my God, that really just happened, and it was just hilarious, and it worked well for this scene. So I just love that moment. I don't believe you. You've been acting strange these last couple days.
How so? She not gonna tell me? You gonna leave the room?
J.T.Louis, I give him all the credit in the world. He is amazing when it comes to finding locations, finding actors, just everything. Like, and a lot of the stuff like we didn't really pay for at all. I don't know. I still don't know how he do it. So how he did it. So kudos to him for making all that happen. Because like it's really, I think he's done something strange for a couple of places that we went to, but it's okay because you know. If it wasn't for him doing those things, we wouldn't be able to shoot.
I mean, well, as a New Yorker, like you travel, like you commute all the time. So having to get up early in the morning and come all the way out to Brooklyn sometimes was a little crazy. I'm from the Bronx. So do you want to try that again?
I mean, the Bronx. I mean, I'm from the Bronx, but I don't be claiming the Bronx.
I thought he was asking me the
Oh,
question.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, answer the question. You can answer the question.
Right. So, I'm from the Bronx.
We never shot in the Bronx, mind you, but.
You got one more time.
Did we shoot in the Bronx?
Not for the slip series.
Okay. We didn't shoot in the Bronx. All right. You can answer your question.
So, like, coming from rehearsals in the Bronx to shooting and filming out in Brooklyn and in Harlem and stuff like that, there was a lot of travel going on. But as a New Yorker, like, I'm used to commuting. So it wasn't that difficult. I mean, sometimes it was a pain trying to get all the way out to Bed-Stuy and stuff like that. But, I mean, you know, you get a different look at New York City. You get to explore some different places that you wouldn't normally go. So it was a nice experience, you know, having to shoot scenes all around the city.
I like for people to take away the essence of New York. It shows a lot of landmarks that people go to in New York. It shows a lot of places that young professionals go. It shows a lot of situations that young professionals go through in their personal relationships, and it just shows that there's more to people that are in their 20s and 30s than just drinking and partying. There's realness.
There is.
There is.
Gotta watch the film.